Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. I am Smitty Smith, and today we are going to talk about the Metal Gear Revengeance demo that's available on Xbox Live Arcade. First, I apologize in advance for the buzz that you're hearing in your speakers. For some reason, my headset is acting up, and I can't get rid of it. If it goes if I turn my headset up, it gets louder. If I turn it down, you can't hear me. So, a bit of a conundrum. Anyway, what you're seeing here is, first off, it's a beautiful game. I'm not one that likes to focus on visuals all too much because in this day and age, all games really look just fantastic. Really excited for what the next generation is going to bring, not because of visuals, because I think we're kind of at the peak, but more for AI. But I digress. What you're seeing here, this is just, like I said, a beautiful game with all of the combat and all of the motions that your character and enemies are doing constantly. I'm very surprised that the game continues to run at the frame rate that it runs at. You'll see some boss fights and some other battles that I get into later on. The game doesn't stutter. The game doesn't slow down, doesn't lag, and that's quite impressive. Now, not being a veteran of the Metal Gear series, I only played the first couple, original Nintendo and PlayStation. Jumping back in, I was a little wary. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but they do a nice job of explaining what Raiden's been up to, what's happened to him, and why he's so badass. See, he's half cyborg, basically. He's got all these cybernetic implants that make him just this amazing warrior, but he also has to consume some of his enemies in order to regenerate his health, in order to go into the slice mode that you see me go into a lot, where you use the right thumbstick to go back and forth and up and down and essentially slice your enemies into little bits. And there's a nice little gauge in the bottom right hand corner when that happens that shows you how many pieces you actually cut your enemies into. So that's kind of cool. The demo itself doesn't really give too much away in regards to what the story is, but it gives enough away so that you kind of want to see what else is going on. When the game comes out, you kind of want to have an idea of how this ends, where it goes from here. I would assume this is the first level, if not maybe the second level, and there certainly is a tutorial, but the tutorial kind of sucks. It doesn't give you an idea of the defensive maneuvers that you need to be using. And when you see the boss fight at the end here, you're going to see I kind of get my ass kicked, and I'm really getting frustrated, but I soldier on, and I end up defeating the guy. The controls themselves, again, they don't really tell you what does what here. I would expect the full game to give you a full rundown of what buttons do what, how you can parry, how you can counter, but the demo itself, it does just a terrible job of telling you what you can do, what you need to do. Again, the visuals you'll see as you enter buildings and exit buildings are superior. The lighting is very well done, but in particular, I like the ability to go into the sort of it's an infrared mode, I guess, where you can see enemies, see their distance, and things like that. Also, the addition of items to use, grenades, bazookas, even health gel, is certainly a plus. This game could easily be just your typical hack and slash, move through the level, kill guys, but they give you that additional option, that additional gameplay experience to try some different things. I'm not sure that I really like when you go into running, you hold down the right trigger to run, you see the lightning that kind of appears at Raiden's feet. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that, especially in a game where you're going to have to use some espionage, some sneaking around, some stealth in order to get through the levels. I kind of prefer the Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell type, crouch down and go cover to cover. But Oh, and the game alludes to the fact that there are going to be missions where you have to go stealthy. You can't be found. In stealth games, they're not my favorite. I prefer games that give me the option of being stealthy or being just a in-your-face, close combat type of guy. The fact that you run around with a sword, awesome. The fact that the sword is kind of electrified, really cool. In combat itself, you can use the X and the Y button to use quick strikes and heavy strikes. And you can go into, if you hold down left trigger, you go into that first person kind of mode where you zoom in on a particular enemy and slice them to bits. You can tap X and Y if you prefer not to use the right thumbstick. The right thumbstick kind of gives you a little bit more control over where you slice and how you slice, and I think that's going to come into play in the full retail release later on, when you have to slice people in a particular way, or you have to save regular civilians. I mean, overall the controls are very nice. I just wish there was more of a tutorial. The last bit that I have is I have kind of an issue with the boss fight. It says you can use the left stick and X to parry. I don't know if I accomplished it or not. I tried pushing it in. I tried pushing left, right, up, and down, and X at the same time, and I'm not really sure I actually got that. I hope that there's some sort of indicator to tell me, some sort of marker that says, here's where you want to parry, or yes, you just parried, so that I know I'm actually pulling this off, because otherwise, I mean, I'm playing on easy right now. I think it's easy. I'm playing on easy, and it was pretty difficult for me, and I'm a veteran game player, so hopefully something comes up that will give me some sort of indicator on what to do, when to do it, and that type of thing. So overall, again, story's neat. The controls are okay. I wish there was a better tutorial, but this is certainly a game that you want to keep an eye on, if not for the Metal Gear name itself, if anything, to see how the game pans out, and what the story is going to hold for Raiden, and potentially for some of the other sequels that are coming down the pike, probably to be announced later this year at E3. So I will let the video play out a little bit so you can see what the boss fights are like, and what some of the other fights are like. But check it out, and I should be getting this for review. Stay tuned to my Facebook page, and I will post a link when that's up. I'll go ahead and throw that up on the screen now. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and let me know your thoughts. Take care.
Use your intellect, evade my blows. Is this all? Combination complete. Multiple strikes. obliterate your consciousness. Combination attack. Combination complete. You will die. Directive. Liberate. Nation. Ensure freedom. Obey directive. Must obey directive. No freedom. Freedom undefined.
What would an AI know about freedom?